Hello. There's a couple of things that are different today. For one, we're going to have an actual outro. I'm kind of excited about that. Two, the lighting is now completely different in this spot. It's probably a little more dramatic, but that's not what I was going for. I'm down to 3 lights instead of the 6 I've been using for this, and most importantly, I'm not using my giant, powerful filming lights anymore. The biggest change is that the lights that you could usually see back in this corner are now here and here, and this one's rotated a little bit or something. I'll fix that so it's not visible. And then I have a big strip light right here that's pointed down at the workbench so that that will actually be lit a little better. If I swing the camera over here, you can see it's actually bright now as opposed to being super dark like it always has been. So those are some good changes. And yeah, that's been a long time coming. That's just needed to be done. There's been way too much light in the back when I really don't need light back there. So that's that. I feel like there's some other stuff, but I forgot. We'll see the outro at the end, of course. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It will be displaying people who followed and cheered and then did subs as well. So you'll get to see all that. And the printout is finally being shown. So yeah, all that's good. Hello, oh man, I barely got this done. I was literally changing into shirt for the stream as the timer was running down. So I barely got all this finished and ready. But yeah, I'm a little frazzled. So hello, Lyria. Hello, Black Jam Alex. Hello, Vars Grimacel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Hello, Grisgore. Yeah. And hello, Helen Croft. So the other thing is that that's a data general. We're not getting to that today. I'm actually not going to really talk about that until I get the video made about it to go over my plans, but I'll give everyone here a little secret. It's probably going to be gone over a lot while I'm streaming. So yeah, expect that sometime in the future, because it's just going to make sense to go through it on stream because there's so much to go through. So yeah, hello, Leia84. Hello, Mr. Radar 2. Hello, Sokoloft. So yeah, that was brought in yesterday, and man, that was a whole ordeal. So yeah, that's a thing. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I could partially disassemble the parts that are too heavy for me to lift on my own while they're still attached, and then maybe I can move them, but I'll see. I will have to, well, pretty significantly disassemble them actually, but we'll see. For right now, let's get on to today's topics. Yeah, Mr. Radar, there's a limit to how much muscle I can muster for that, because they weigh like 150 pounds each of the hard drives. So, well, the removable platter ones at least, they are ridiculously heavy. So it's, yeah, even if I was physically capable of lifting it, it wouldn't be necessarily safe to. So, anyway, today's objectives, we're going to be looking at 3 things. So let me first pop up this Caps Wiki. Actually, I've made a change here. I finally got rid of the navigation pane for the streams. This is a client-side change. I can just bring it back by disabling some custom CSS. But I got rid of that so that I don't have to do weird cropping stuff. But I've been going through and doing a lot of things, actually. So what I should do is I should go to capacitor series here. So I've been putting a lot of time into this page to document every series of capacitors that I've run across, and then what replacements there are for each one of them. So this is actually a quite long page now. I've also been trying to make this more legible, but there are 3 devices in here: the Commodore VIC-20, the 3D6 portable power supply, and the IBM 5150. And each of those, I didn't get a good series documentation. Now, some of them, I think that there may just be no series, but we're going to see. So these are still incorrectly marked as ACE when that's likely Panasonic. And I looked for an S series. I don't think there is an S series. There actually, well, that's not true. There is an S series Panasonic capacitor, and it's a modern surface mount. So, yeah. Is the screen capture frozen? Oh, it is frozen. You know what? You're right. How did that happen? Let's go. Boom. There we go. My apologies. It's, is it still frozen? Hold on. Boom. Yeah, why is it frozen? Window capture. This. Okay, I can... Okay, scroll. No, it's not. What? Scroll. It doesn't want to keep updating. Okay, that's super weird. It updates, like if I navigate to another page, okay, I'm going to go to my discussion page here. It doesn't show up there, but as soon as I hide, yeah, even as soon as I begin hiding it, then it updates. That is so weird. You can see sound is coming and going. I don't know why sound would be coming and going. I hope that's not a problem. I'm talking now and watching the mic input on my end, and I'm not seeing the level drop down to 0, so I don't know. Yeah, okay, let me do this. I brought the page out of the hideable group. Okay, that's working. Now if I put it back in there, you can see mouse cursor. Now page loads are working. Okay, I'm gonna hide it, show it. Okay, it seems like it's working now. All right, super weird. Okay. Sokolov, okay, that's all right. Strange. Well, CNT Strahd, if it does have a problem, let me know. Oh, Fubar Fat Penguin, hello for your first time chat. First time on Twitch, one of your streams. Is this where I get free stuff and truckloads of money? I assume that's how it works. No, it is not. Not even for me. So, yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. Okay. So, all right, I missed, let me go back and show you what I was talking about. Oh, I didn't want to click history, but that's still working. Okay, so capacitor, let's spell this correctly, capacitor series. Okay, so this is the page I was trying to show you here. I don't know why my scroll wheel's not working. Let me just enable hardware scrolling. Where is it? Hardware, no, where is it? Scroll, use auto scrolling, there we go, that'll work. Now I can just, yeah, perfect. So this is the main page for series of capacitors on the wiki, and I went through and spent a lot of time updating this and switching over to a really nice template that these all show with, and then picking out replacement series for every single capacitor that is out of production, I think except for some SAMWAs here. I still need to get to those. Those were kind of at the end, and I think they're mostly standard. But anyway, I'll get to those later. But there were a couple of parts, specifically ones like this. This is from the Super Nintendo that we did in, I think, the last stream here. And the series is marked, it's not gonna, the template page hasn't been generated, or thumbnail hasn't been generated yet. Come on. Go to the thing. Alright, it's gonna take a moment here. Oh, speaking of the cap series page, I took a quick look at the template, couldn't see the issue. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, I appreciate you doing a look at that in the in a sandbox, because yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's really weird. It's like it's generating that paragraph out of nothing. Oh, you know, I wonder if it could be a parameter that's maybe getting defaulted to something blank. I don't know. But okay, anyway, we can see here this cap, which was a Rubicon, is marked CEW, and that's as close as I can get to a series. 208's not a series. The M here, I found out, is actually a kind of semi-industry standard to designate a 20% tolerance capacitor. So that's what that M means. And every time we've seen a capacitor series where it's been like Nichicon PLM, that means that it's a PL 20% tolerance, or PL series 20% tolerance. So that's basically the same thing as the temperature marking there. It's kind of weird they don't have a code for that. Lyria, yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully that gets somewhere. But anyway, what I was trying to show you here, if I go to my page here, so something like the VIC-20 here, there are the Panasonic caps. Well, I still have them marked ACE here, but it turns out they are Panasonic, that are marked S series, and I have a question mark because I wasn't 100% sure about that, and I still don't think that that's an S series, but we're going to take a look at that because it might be something weird. So, I meant to mention that Rubicon, the CEW, I cannot find a record, a data sheet of that or anything, and with how old some of these capacitors are, that's just going to happen because they weren't like PDFs. I got super lucky, and the ELNA right here, there's actually a scan of the original data sheet. So that exists for reference, but that's as good as it gets. So there's some things we're just not going to be able to find them for, but I can't even find a record of that Rubicon. But more importantly, I need to try and identify what the series are in the Commodore VIC-20. I want to at least take another crack at 3 devices here to do this with. So the Commodore VIC-20, I want to double check those. Like the M series here, I'm now pretty sure that just means it's a 20% tolerance cap, so that's wrong. And then in the 386 power supply, I marked them all as, I think, Nichicon question mark. Yeah, because I don't think I saw a series, but I just want to double check. And then in the IBM 5150 power supply, I don't remember what I marked these as. Oh yeah, CEUS. That doesn't make any sense. I'm guessing that's Certified Electronics or Consumer Electronics United States, and that doesn't make sense. So I want to double check those. The big caps did have a visible series, and I can find a record of that if I remember right. But I want to double check all the small ones again. So that's our goals for today. We're going to do this in order of easiest to hardest difficulty. So we're going to start with the VIC-20 because it's not screwed together at all. So let me get that out and take a look at that. And hello, Viper29, since it's your first time chatting. Okay. So, VIC-20. Let's get into this again. I think the colors might all be slightly too blue now that I've changed the lighting, but I will take a look at that when I can later. For right now, I just want to get this going. This should actually be a lot easier to see. Well, it should be better lit for the cameras on the workbench because there's more light here now. Before, I was just using some LED panels like this, actually. These are not bad, but they're not super bright. These fluorescent lights are much brighter. So, okay. Now, that cap's still very wrong, but I'm more concerned about the other ones like this. And one thing I'm going to start doing here, if I bring back up this and go to the Super Nintendo page, I'm going to try and start taking pictures of every single capacitor that I run into. What I think is happening here is that the thumbnails are generated on demand for that particular resolution, and because I'm doing this as a 1080p 16:9 display that's turned sideways, it's never cached or generated that resolution, so I have to do it on the fly. But anyway, I'm trying to take pictures of all the capacitors that are in the devices, so that I can use them for document or double checking things later, and then for when I'm going through the series list, I can add pictures of what the series markings look like. So I'm going to try and do that. So I want to take pictures of all the capacitors in these devices, so there's some kind of record of I at least tried to document what series they are. So yeah, okay. Let's get back to this. Some of these are underneath the RF shield. So let's go ahead and get that off. Oh, there's a bunch of them under there. That's right. Okay, let me get out the camera so we can macro these, because that will be most helpful. Where did I put the lens? There it is. But yeah, I think I have parts picked for every single other thing that I've taken a look at on stream now, except for the Super Nintendo, because I was still trying to determine if I can figure out what series those SMD caps are by just looking at what the markings are and how they're presented, because I think different manufacturers have different ways of presenting the series information like that. So, okay, let's get this on. Switch over. That's wrong. Switch over to that and try and figure this out. See, white balance on. This looks to be a little yellow now because of the new lights. I didn't think those fluorescents were very yellow, but they seem to be. Okay. Is that some kind of marking in the stripe? That is. That's weird. Huh. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna also try and remember to move the mic more frequently, because I've checked some of my streams, and when it's really far away, it's hard to hear me. Okay, that's definitely a Panasonic cap there. See if I can. Actually, I found where to put it. There it is. This grippy material, so now I can have stuff not slide around on me when I position it. There we go. So C13, definitely Panasonic. Okay, which one is this? C13. Okay, Panasonic. I marked it as M, but it can't be. So let's see what we can find. So, 1 UF 50 volt. That makes sense. That should be, yep, that's what it's marked as. And then this side might have the helpful information. All right, well, I'm guessing there is no series for this one then, because it's not just going to be CE, I think. So that's a thing. It would make sense to me for really old capacitors like 1982 like this to not bother marking their series. I don't like it, but I could see that being the case. But if so, then I just want to make sure that it's noted that the series can't be seen. Yeah, definitely don't see anything there. And nothing there, and then there's nothing on the back at all. Completely blank. So yeah, all right, nothing on the Panasonic there. That also should be C16, which is way down in there, right there. So don't think there'll be any benefit to looking at that one. Where's C39? Is that this big one here? Or, oh no, that's the one that I don't have an original for. We'll look at C44 over here. So, it's another Panasonic. Where is it? There it is. At least says its origin country. Hello, Wizard Tim. So what I'm doing right now is... Oh, the camera is all messed up. One moment. I'm going through and trying to redocument the series for some devices that I couldn't find them for the first time around. But it's looking like not all capacitors have their series marked in the older generations. So it may not be possible. Dumb question, how likely is it that the later version of the same device will have different parts, perhaps to address an issue with earlier production runs? That definitely happens. I believe on the 8-bit BP6, one of the capacitors here... It is EC10, if I remember correctly. Where is that one? This one right here. That's EC15. 10 is right here. I believe this one was changed mid-production run to a slightly different value. But I think it was erroneously a different value initially, and they put it back to the correct one later in the production run. So that's a good question. I don't know how we'll address that other than maybe making a note on the table, like it could be this or something. That's definitely an exception, not the rule, so I don't want to try and have that covered in every case. Let's just leave that as an edge case. But that's something that once we find an actual instance of, that we can document it. One thing we'll be getting to today, the 5150 power supply. The two examples that I have back here, one of them had Nichicon branded main filter caps, and the other one had Marcon branded main filter caps. So that's a difference, but they were the same values, so it wouldn't make a huge difference. It was just which manufacturer they decided to go with. So yeah. Also, Wizard Tim, I don't think you're in my Discord server, so you may not have seen this. I don't have access to the picture here, but I think Marcon might be United Chemicom. I actually found an image. Let me see if I can bring it up on my laptop here. Of a shared data sheet that was marked both Marcon and United Chemicom, which was kind of weird. I was not expecting that. Hello, Cookie Jar 6502. Here we go. Switch to, oh, that's wrong again. Switch to that. There we go. So I don't know how well it'll do this, but yeah. So United Chemicom and Marcon on one data sheet. This is when I was looking up the main filter caps in the 5150 there, actually. So kind of interesting. Just put both brand / series in the table for multiple brands. Yeah, that's what I did for the 5150 right here. So I just put them there like that, but just found that interesting. Okay, established 1942, equipped. Ah, all right, so they were bought out. All right, that happens a bunch, it seems. Especially with United Chemicom, they really like buying stuff. Oh, thank you, hello, or Ol Brogger, for the tier 1 sub. Let's see. Oh, interesting. The motherboard, Intel board you've been documenting had different capacitors. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it'll probably be worth documenting Marcon as separate then if they were independent and then acquired. But there can be a note that they might share series between them on the series and brand identification pages. So, not sure if I have any Marcon parts on hand, but I have Marconi parts. Okay. See, hello, David. You didn't miss much yet. I'm just going through and trying to figure out what the exact series capacitors are from devices that I wasn't able to determine it the first time, and so far I'm so good at that. It's a good thing there's nothing really sensitive on that page. So far there's been nothing revealed that is very helpful, other than it seems like old capacitors don't always have all of the markings you would like. But I'm going to continue on with this. Get this side here. I think I saw this one has the year marked. Yeah, it has a year marked. It has a negative temperature, but not... Wow, okay, so possibly S series. I can see why I saw that, but I wonder if that's maybe a tolerance instead. Because I could definitely see that being a tolerance rating. If M is as well. So, it seems like that might be slightly dark. Go with that. Just gonna eyeball, see if I can find an M anywhere else. Nope, no other series markings on the back. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Old wax caps are really fun to read when the beeswax goes brown or the paper gets worn off. Ugh, yeah. Alright, I gotta see the picture. Oh, it's interesting seeing it on your phone. I've been trying to make sure I make the UI elements large enough to read on a phone. I don't know if I'm succeeding here, but trying to. Let's see, what's engraved on the top of the cap? Oh, that's interesting. That does seem to be something. Ooh. I'm gonna guess a date code. That's very difficult to see. Looks like 2032. Try and get a picture of that. Good eye, Tillwolf. That's interesting, yeah. 2C32? Yeah, that is 2C32, actually. You're right, Wizard Tim. Let me make sure that's visible in the picture. Oh, yeah, that's very legible. Okay. Interesting. So, 2C32. The super small cap does have something else on the top as well. Oh, it's not going to be easy to get here. The angle, although that one is also the same cap. Let me see if I can get that one. The jacket is slightly in the way. Oh man, I'm so good at that. This little tiny tripod is not tremendously stable with this heavy camera on it so far down. You know what? Let me just put this on the ground or on the table. Point the camera straight at it. Okay. It does not like digitally zooming. It's not very high performance, but it'll work. Let me try and shade that. Okay, that looks like 2D91 if the lens would stop sagging. Yeah, 2D91, that's my guess. I'm guessing those are production codes, date codes. Yeah, hex. I feel like they wouldn't bother with hex. You're thinking way too hard about that. Didn't realize you wanted to be this thorough with the capacitors on the wiki. Yes, that's exactly the point. If I am documenting these things permanently forever, I want to be as precise as possible about what they are and what they should be replaced with. It's more about the replacements. So, like, for example, if I go to the MediaVision Pro Audio Spectrum, I actually went through and found the exact OEM series replacements for these. So it was a Nichicon VZ and a Nichicon VX. And the ones that I went with are YVY, or UVY, and UKT. Now, see, UVX, like we can go here. All right, UVX. The data sheet for these shows that they are a standard, but then they're axial lead, which is kind of weird. But we can see all the properties of them, but these are a discontinued cap. So I actually went through and found UKT, which is an audio grade cap, and this came from a sound card. And somewhere in here, I forgot to document it, I actually found a Nichicon data sheet that will document exactly what capacitors you should use when you fall through different use cases and when you need to uprate a capacitor. So these are the... I can't really control the ads other than running them manually every now and then. So the VX cap, I found the official the official replacement through different generations is KT, and then UKT replaces KT. So that's what that one is. And then for VZ, you can actually track through. I think the data sheet will say it. VY is the smaller version of the cap. So we're going with UVY, U being the newer revision. I believe the U means that it's lead free. I'm not sure. Compliant to RoHS. Okay, so that one is. But there is some specification difference that I'm not sure what it is. So that's why when they have a U in front of it, that's what that means. But we can see the VZ is the smaller package is VY, and then UVY is that. I cannot find UVZ capacitors for sale. So I don't believe those are available, but the UVY are completely acceptable. They're just slightly smaller. So that's how precise I'm trying to get, is I'm trying to find the exact modern replacement parts for the equivalents. So that's why I'm trying to look so hard at these. Because once these are documented, they're probably not going to change, or at least they shouldn't change unless a better modern part is found, or the modern parts become discontinued. So that's a thing. But yeah, I'm trying to get as precise as possible. So it seems like, yeah, I really feel like those top markings are date code, unfortunately. That was a really clever catch, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be much better. If I look at the other one, I'm just going to eyeball this. That is also 2D91. So there is, if they were ordered at the same time, that would make sense. But if I could find two values that have different markings on top, that would confirm it's a date code. So let's see. I have 4 pairs here. I can check paper. Well, not that one. I won't check the paper. So that one's done C13. So let's look at C31. Is that the one that was over here? C44? Okay. So the other one is it that? Where did I get C31? Is it underneath, or did I look at a schematic or something? What makes me say that's C31? What I'm looking at is... Ooh, I almost did it again there. What I'm looking at is this cap right here, I believe is C31, but I'm not seeing the reference designation for it. So I'm not sure where I got that from, but maybe it is. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, the being able to track this stuff over time as well is a goal, to see how parts change and which ones were reliable in what ways. There's just a lot of things. RefDes is under the shield. Well, if I move this here, the thing about that is I believe that RefDes is for the blue axial leaded capacitor there. So there's one for the resistor that's clearly for the resistor, and then one for the capacitor that's right next to it. So that's why I think that where's my finger at? This one is C28 and that one is not. But I don't see another RefDes nearby that could be attributed to that. So it looks like those two, that resistor and I'm guessing that inductor, also don't have RefDes actually marked. So it looks like his whole area just got a little too crowded. But I'm guessing I found the schematic while I was working on that. But let me see if I can see the marking on top here. It's definitely 2C, but I feel like it's also 2C8C. That Sharpie's not making my life easy. Let me see here. Not sure why it's marked. I didn't do that. Or at least I wouldn't have done it on one. Well, that's having an unintended benefit that I'm putting it down into the things there. You know what? Can I enhance this? Let's see. Okay, there we go. That makes that easy. 2C51. Alrighty, let's take that picture. Boom. Okay, and that is 16 volt, 100 UF. Is that the same as the other one? 100 UF, 16 volt? Yeah, that is. So those are different codes on the same value. So if I bring the other one over here, let's do the same trick again. So much easier to see. C or 20, yeah. Flip it around. Very visibly now. 2C32. So different codes. So there's got to be date codes. So, see, those are most likely internal batch production codes. They're date codes, most likely, I bet. Yeah. So the code would mean they came from the same batch, but they have different codes. Those are the same value capacitors with different codes. That's why I'm saying they're probably date codes for production. There might be batch codes, but same thing. They're for marking when they were made. They're not a series marking. So, because I was trying to find a series marking, but I don't think there are any on these. So, next ones to look at are these ones here. But I'm guessing it's going to be the same story. They'll probably say S next to the temperature, which is most likely tolerance, not the series. So what is that? see 24 and 25. I'm just going to take a picture of the location. Then the values. Might be a little dark. And then see if I can get the other side here. Okay. Let's see. A bunch of the axial parts have their ref des under them inside the rectangle. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, they're barely sneaking out there. Okay, so I'm guessing that the other cap does too. Oh, you know what? Maybe I lifted it. Because didn't I lift one cap on something? I bet I did. I bet I lifted it to see it under there. Okay. So anyway, no series designation there either. And it just says CE on the polarity band. So that's not anything to write home about either. So, okay, I'm just going to say there are no series markings on here. So I'm going to clear those. And then I'm going to put a note underneath. There are no series markings on the capacitors. So I will just assume all of these are general purpose capacitors and then just pick the equivalent ones that are like that. It's probably like YXJ or something like that. So okay, that's VIC 20 done. We can put that away. CE is a series. Are you sure CE is the series? If you can find a record of that, I would be more than happy to go with that. But I've seen CE on many different brands of caps, so I'm wondering if maybe it's more like a standardization or compliance marking rather than a series, because I've seen that on both Nichicon and Marcon capacitors as well. So possibly even some United Chemicon, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So if you can find C series is marking like the current series FC now, yeah. But if you can find like a replacement guide or a data sheet for the CE, I would love that. But I don't know. I haven't been able to find a record of that. Okay, up next, I'm going to grab a 5150 power supply so we can look at that. I want to take a peek at both of these, though, because one of them's really disgusting and the other one isn't. And I think this is the clean one, and I want to look at that one because I don't want to have to deal with the dirty one. So, yeah, let's go with this one. And then these suckers are the ones, I can hide that for now. These things have the awful fasteners on them, so looks like I still have the same bit on there. Do you document the caps inside your data general computers as well? Yes, I will. Oh, thank you, Wizard Tim, for the 1,000. Oh, byte break. Okay, that's what it was. All right, yeah, we'll take a byte break. This is a very good time for that. Let me just put that one screw back. Okay. Yes, I will document the data general caps in case I didn't finish that line of thought. Okay, so I need to go to here. Bingo. Increase the size of that. All right, so we're gonna do boom, boom. Okay, that's the wrong one again. is so good at messing with me. Man. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing on that screen that I need to worry about, though. Okay, so Byte Break, for those who may not be aware, is where we're going to take a 5-minute break and search for something in one of the issues of Byte magazine that I have. I've kind of rearranged this room since the data generals are in there, and it's a little more difficult for me to get to the Byte magazine, so I'm going to start the countdown when I get back with it. So, alright, we're going to run search, and you want 1 megabyte of. That is a very precise thing to search for, megabyte. So if I don't get a good hit with this, I'm just going to search for 1 megabyte. But let's see. All right, we got something available with up to 1 megabyte of RAM, and I'm guessing we're going to go with whatever that is. So that'll be 1978. Wow, that's a lot of RAM for 1978. Let's go see what that is. 3.3, volume 3, issue 3, page 41. All right. Hey Google, 5-minute timer.
Sure, 5 minutes. Starting now.
All right, so this is in a March 1978 issue of Byte here. I love the Altair controlling the organ, but we're going to page 41 to see whatever this is talking about. I'm guessing this is going to be an ad, but we'll see. So this is it. Subsystem B. So is this a S100 system? See, in the beginning there were boards, thousands of them. That's how we started business, making memories and interfaces for other people's computers, making them better. Now their own soul has become the #1 small computer. Oh, interesting. Okay. We're putting less emphasis on our board business. Not, might think we're putting less emphasis. Okay. So it's an S100 system. Where's it getting the 1 megabyte of RAM at? Let's see, memory modules in 8K or 16K capacity. It said 1 megabyte of memory here. Don't make a fool out of me. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna open up the PDF and search for it here. Copy. Control F. Megabyte. Next. There's something in here for 3 megabytes. Good grief. Where is it? Page 41. What page am I on? I can't see it. There are a lot of instances of 1 megabyte in this issue. Man, does it include the cover page numbering? No, this is an actual PDF page. You know what? You're right. I should have looked at that. What is page 41? I messed up. Where is the page number? Ocular's kind of driving me nuts. Here we go. Okay. Page 41 is, in reality, page 39. Okay. Hey, Google, add 2 minutes to timer.
Done. 2 minutes added to your timer.
Okay. The Challenger 3 system. This is what this is about. Okay. So that's just an ADM3. So we have two metal 5.25-inch floppy drives. Okay, but here we go. Available with up to 1 megabyte of RAM memory. Oh man, RAM memory? Seriously? High reliability static RAM is standard. Low cost dynamic RAM is optional. Okay. So this is, man, that's just a lot of memory. So they'd cram all that memory into those two boxes. Good grief. Are those floppy drives? They gotta be. That's gotta be the release latch. I just haven't seen any that look like that, but I mean, 1978, that's pretty darn early. Let's see, go up triple CPU board uses, see, the 510 triple processor CPU board runs 6502, 6800, and 8080 and Z80 programs. So this is like the Dimension 68K then. That's crazy. Wow. Intriguing. Same system complete with upper lower case XY addressable terminal. Is that a vector terminal or is that you can just move the cursor? I bet you can just move the cursor VT100 style. It's almost certainly 8-inch floppy drives. That's gotta be. They're about half the width of what appears to be a standard 19-inch rack case. Let's see, 74 megabyte hard drive for $6,000 coming soon. See if I can find single or dual drive floppy disks or 250,000 characters per surface. Per surface. That is the weirdest way of saying that I've ever seen. 3 to 4 times the storage of mini floppy disks. Okay, so mini floppy disks are 5.25-inch. Micro floppy disks are 3.5. So those are 8-inch then, for sure. So, wow. Okay, sports ultra fast 6-digit basic. What is 6-digit basic? Is that how big a variable can be? That's weird. See, basic and kilobot. Uh-oh. That's their competitor here. Intriguing. I don't know, new super fast 9-digit basic. I mean, I'd understand they're advertising like it does floating point, but I've never seen that. Love the archaic terminology? Yeah. Like, I've never heard per surface. Like, cylinder or platter? I mean, yeah. But surface? No. That's so weird. This supports sequential, random, and index sequential files. That's strange. Huh. Love how chunky this printer is. Like, that's a standard page of paper, but then it's got, like, 4 inches coming off of each side. I mean, it's not like typewriters were that big. I don't understand why the printer has to be that huge. But wow, okay, so there's not much else. Oh my gosh, look at that joystick. That's incredible. That's not what we're here for, but we're kind of in bonus time. But whoa. What article? Oh, whoa, there's even more. Oh, man. More Challenger stuff. There's, yeah, you're going to spend like, what, $2,000 on a computer and then use a stupid RCA TV with it? Come on, that's not going to happen. You're going to splurge for the monitor. But yeah, the Challenger, the OSI, or yeah, OSI, this is OSI, I think, stuff is just ridiculously pretty. Man, they got a bunch of ads here. Well, that's not that. What is this column? Oh, what is that? That's glorious. Whoa, gosh. Oh, that's what the timer sounds like. Go away. Cancel. Hey, Google, stop. What wonder if they were double-sided platters then, or is opposite side with just location encoding? I don't know. But all right, that was definitely cool. I like Byte Break. This was a good idea. Okay, now that I realize it, those were points, not bits. Or is, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Points, right? Yeah, it should be. Okay. Well, let me get this put back. I will be adding popular electronics to that search. It'll be, I'm still going to call it Byte Break, but I'll include popular electronics in there if you want to specify that. Right now, I'm still working through getting the PDFs for the issues I have. I now have all the PDFs for popular electronics. I found them and was able to download them, but I don't have a complete collection of popular electronics, and it's not sequential, so I have to go through and figure out which ones I actually have and which ones I don't, so that's a little more complicated. Man, that footage is disgustingly pale. Good grief. Let me put some life into that. Man. Oh, I think I successfully killed the video. Okay, I tried to adjust the saturation, and that was a bad idea. Yep, that's dead now. Okay. The GoPros are so nice. It's on cooldown for now. No clue when it's going to be available again. It's once an hour. That's how long it is. But now the camera I was using for that is locked up. So that's cool. If I go back, yeah, okay. That one's just done. This GoPro, it's so bad. Come on. Wake up. I don't think I can reset it because the HDMI capture cards I was using are really terrible. So, also this one is super far behind. I would try and adjust the buffer setting that I think is probably causing that, but I don't want this one to lock up too because that's about all I got now. So, okay. Yeah. Yes, it has a cooldown. I set up the cooldown. Each person can only redeem it once per stream because I don't want like one person to monopolize it every single time. And then, drop some. And then it can only be redeemed once per hour because I don't want it to get overbearing. So I just realized I didn't put the RF shield back on the VIC-20. It's not like I'm not going to be opening it again, so I'm not going to put it away fully. Just going to pop it in here with some other stuff. There we go. Yeah. This is not my preferred camera angle, but this is what it's going to have to be for now. Because this one is no worky. Yep, still dead. So, yeah. Yeah, Wizard Tim, I was noticing that right as you were. Oh, man, let's see. So, yeah, we'll go with this. I'm catching back up on the chat here in general, actually. Yeah, it is a very interesting, unexpected outcome for the search. Generally, it's what it seems to be is when I start looking in there, I'll look for something and not expect what I'm going to see. So, it's been a lot of fun. That's why I really like the idea for the Byte Break. See, idea, change the channel points to ohms and replace icon with a resistor. That would make it more clear. Let me think about that. Because I would rather it be something a little more vintage computer related, like floppy disks, possibly. So something like that. I don't know. Let's see. I was wrong. Was repeating bad info. CE is capacitor electrolytic. That's still interesting to know, actually. That's really good to know. So much so, I'm going to immediately, that's the wrong thing, document that on the series page, actually. So let's go ahead and do that, because I did not know that. Did I start editing this and then not save it? Why? Save changes, review your changes. There are no changes. Well, okay, then let's just cancel that. Discard non-edits. Okay. Capacitor series. Because I have a note for the M here. Do you have a source for that? Or the capacitor electrolytics? Because I would like to document that if you do. I need to find a good source for the M thing. I read it on like a forum or something. But even the forum link is better. I should have put the forum link there, but I didn't think to. A CE in oh my gosh, typing may mean capacitor electrolytic and is not part of the series name. But that's still very, very useful. So search for the Challenger 3 on archive.org. Found method to evaluate microcomputers for non-tactical shipboard use. Oh, that's weird. All right, there we go. Add CE information. Boom. All right. Let's get back to the 5150 power supply. We got a lot to look at, and now you can see the CEUS there. That kind of, so I'm guessing that's capacitor electrolytic manufactured in US. So, wonder if I could play global thermonuclear war. Well, you need a vector display for that, so I'm gonna guess not. Oh wait, it said it might have a vector display. That's right. I don't know, possibly. Okay, so man, how am I gonna do this now? I guess I could bring back the Nikon. You guys will get the super nice camera for this now. I've been failing miserably to keep moving the microphone to better locations. I can get that out of my way since it's dead. Get that a little better stabilized, hopefully. Ooh. And make sure I'm on the right thing. Boom. There we go. So, Nikon for webcam for complete overkill. All right. Should be much more up to time as well. For this one, I believe I'm going to want this. I might want to bump up the exposure a little bit here. Why is it not working? Because I bumped something. Could you stop it? There we go. Let's go with that. Okay. This is actually an interesting read for those who are interested. Okay, that's the Challenger. Okay. I'm guessing I'm going to be adding a note by the end of this that 80s capacitors may not have series information specified on them, which will be kind of annoying because then you'll be back to trying to figure out which capacitors to use based on their application, which is really something I've been trying to avoid on here because it's a lot harder to figure out. Okay, now I need stupid security torque screws. Don't have a bit for that in there. Do have them here. All right. I will be right back. I need to blow my nose. Okay. It is probably, yep, that one. And then one right here. Okay, is that it? I can't remember. No, 2 more hex on this end. There we go. Oh, unplug that. All right, there's all our delightful capacitors. I am going to try not have to take this out because I don't really want to have to deal with that. So, yeah. But let's get in there and take a look at some of these a little more closely. There's definitely no markings on top like the other ones, so no sneakily getting stuff that way. Oh, that's interesting. Capacitor with a vent. Let me switch to the macro lens so you can see that a little easier. And boop. Ooh. My macro lens is really scary. One of these days I'm going to mess this up. Because I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll show this here. The lens is on right there, and I can take it off and then flip it around and then put it back on the other way because I'm using a reversing ring to do macro. But Nikons, you put the lens on and tighten it by twisting the opposite direction that you would expect. But my reversing ring is either damaged or poorly designed, and if you tighten it the way you would think you need to tighten it, it will actually go over like a lip and then slip and then get stuck on there. And I've had that happen multiple times, and it is very distressing trying to get it off again. So, ugh. Oh, that's dark. Okay, back to this. So I can kind of get in there and see some stuff. What do we got there? It looks like something. 83 H8324 really sounds like a date code. But I will go ahead and document that. That is C38. I think that'll be visible in the picture. Yeah, right there. Okay. So I don't think that's a series. Look on the other side, way down in there. Let me grab. Actually, no, I was gonna try and grab one of the. I need my flashlight. I'll be right back. It's in another room. One of these days I'll remember to keep this with me. What was I talking about? Forgot. But anyway, let's look at this Nichicon down in here. So I can see. Oh, actually, that's bright enough without the light. I didn't need that. No obvious series marking there. Might be able to see down there. There's the M. That M means that it is a 20% tolerance cap. So there's where it says Nichicon. I believe, actually, on here, I was going to go back and confirm that. Forgot where that was, but I think someone mentioned that the M's might actually be Panasonic, but no, definitely Nichicon on here. Let me take a picture of that. And the stupid HDMI cable. There we go. And the M down there. Oh, not easy to get light and finger and camera. There we go. Now, on the mark-ons here, point this down. We can see right there on the edge, CEUS and 8242, and that smells very, very date code. Real good shot right there. Oh, wait, ZXB? Am I seeing that right? That looks like a series. Hold on. Yeah, 2XB, that is very much a series. Okay, so we found something, at least. Okay, let me get a good focus on that. Bingo. Yeah, okay. I want to immediately search here for that, but that is C24. So we can document that right now. C24, and that knocks out a lot of them. Okay. Edit. So we need to really closely pay attention to all the mark-ons now. Oh, I do. Is that 2XB? Okay, I like that. I want to... No, that's the wrong one. What? C24. Oh, no, they were... Let me get rid of that. That way it's a little more obvious. Mark-on 2XB. I want to, just for grins and giggles, look that up. Hello, G5. And thank you for the 10 bits. Yeah, that's actually way worse than I would have thought. Usually you find something capacitor. I mean, there's usually at least eBay listings for old caps that no one should buy that are like that, but no. Wow. Maybe there? I don't know, but alright, I feel like we got something. Try and track down a data sheet for that later. Alright, let's look on the other ones. So, that is 20 through 24. So that's probably all of those right there. 24, 21, 23, 22. I think that's 20 down in there, right? No? That one's got a vent. That's right, that's what I was trying to show. That one's a nightmare. There we go, that one's got an actual vent. No. I think it may have a series as well. If I can get this right. Bingo. 3SB. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to bounce the light off of the metal. And yeah, that was it. That's the way. Bingo. There we are. Stupid HDMI cable. definitely 3SB. Okay. That one is... that one's C20. What? Is that the same value as the others? $16-volt, 220 UF, 10-volt, 220 UF. Oh, did I screw this up? Uh-oh. C20 is a 16-volt. Did I... Oh, I accidentally put it in there. Okay, well, just get rid of that. Boom. Okay. There we go. Problem solved. 3SB. Okay, making progress. So where's that? Where's C38? Is that a little tiny baby one? Because that probably won't have it now. Let's look at C. Wow, these have series codes. How did I miss these? Man, I feel bad now. 3S8? Did I mess it up? Hold on. 3SB. I'm pretty sure that's a B. The ink blotchiness is so hard to see. Wait, hold on. There's another one on the top. Yeah, that seems more like a B to me. Although it also looks like an 8. I don't know. Yeah, since the last one was 2XB, it makes sense for that to be a B as well. Let's look at one of these little tiny ones here, because this one has a date code or series visible. 3UC. So that would make sense for the other one to be a B then. Oh, I'm so glad I'm getting some actual information out of this. That this was worthwhile. Okay, so 3UC, that is C12. Bingo. went away. 3UC. Oh, this is nice. I'm liking this. Okay, I'd like to find one of those. C13 is not in that. C13 is on its own. C44 also on its own. C18 right there. Okay, so that's one. Well, let me see if I can do. I don't think that'll help. I'm trying to add flashlight to the camera, but I don't think I can attach it very easily. No. Alright, I'll just have to hold it. Okay. So, this one, I'm going to have to get the other side. Well, I can see it there. It's like J1C or something, but it's on the opposite end. I have to point the camera like straight down here. Which means the lens will sag, so I got to be quick about this. 3TC. Bingo. Could be another batch code, but I feel like it would make sense for it to be a series code. At the very least, I don't think I'm going to regret marking these instead of CEUS. So, we'll go with this for now, and then I'll do as much research as I can I'm going to upload all of these pictures to the wiki. On that note, Wizard Tim, something I've added. If you go to the upload page now, you can see there's a new link for URL special : upload wizard, which allows you to upload multiple images at once instead of having to do them individually. So I'm going to batch upload all of these as a series and then put them on the 5150 page under additional images so people can come by and determine for themselves if they want to second guess this. So yeah, I'm very excited about that new feature. And I'm thinking I need to figure out some way of making like a blog for the wiki, so I can talk about these new features and post them on like the main page, like, hey, these just happened, and either do it weekly or monthly, probably monthly. But yeah, especially now that I think it's been up for about a month. When in February did I release the first video? It's been a little while, but yeah. So that's going to be very handy. Okay, that was C18. Picture just went away. So 3TC for all of these. And you probably noticed on here I added alternate row highlighting, and then when you put your cursor over something, it highlights a completely different color just to make it slightly easier to see stuff when you're working. So 3TC. Okay. It's fine. C13. I've seen it multiple times. I remember that number. Where is it? C13, right here. And it's on the other side. It's going to be a little weird to get to, but I can do it. Right there. Ooh, that may have just ended this being... Well, no, it could still be the same series, but with a different value. But this might end the thought. Actually, no. Hold on. Yeah. C13 is a different... Yeah, you know what? We'll look at all of those. C18, C16, C26, C29, etc. We'll check and see if every single one of those matches. Because now that I've seen this one, I'm now realizing that the other two tiny ones were not the same series. And that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. So it would make a lot of sense if they were all the same series. It'd be really weird if they had two codes on there, but it would make sense if it was date code and batch code. But man, this thing's really good at going away. So 3TC, and that's C13. Okay, we did C18. Was that? Yeah, let's find another one of those. 22, not part of that. 30 is. 30 is going to be a pain. 30 is going to be a huge pain. .30 is also 3TC. Come on. It really doesn't want its picture taken. It's in a horrible position for this. Without removing the board. But I really don't want to have to remove the board. I think that that's visible enough. Let's go with that. Confirmed. Okay. Still need some others. C12 is not in there. Did I already document C12? Is this one? Yep. Untangle that mess of cables. How are there so many other tiny ones that I'm not seeing? Where are they all? Got the 29 and the 26. Bingo, both of those are that. Okay. 3 TC and 3 TC. Okay. So it's these two. Good. Should list the refdes order inside the cell. The refdes order. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Hellencroft. To list the refdes order inside the cell? Unless you mean I should sort them by the refdes. That's something I need to do. I'm just because I'm typing them as I come across them. It just hasn't been happening. There it is. Try and get the refdes to be visible as I take the picture. Or is this one C33? It is right there. I actually gotta do that a little more. That's close enough. Oh, that's a huge pain. Stupid yellow wire. There we go. Okay. C18 is in front of C16. Yeah, I know. I just need to fix that at some point. That's a low priority thing. It would just look nicer if they were in order. But yeah, eventually I'll take the time to fix that. But I'm not super concerned about it. Okay, so I'm gonna guess all the Nichicons don't have series, but these ones do. So where's C44? C44 is right here. And it is different. Okay, it doesn't make sense for there to be this many different series. It's got to be like batch codes or something. This is weird. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah. Because could you imagine part stocking for all of these if there were this many series? Nah, this doesn't make sense. This would be a nightmare. Alright. These can't be. These just can't be. They gotta be batch codes or something. I don't know. I confirmed this, though. I have a data sheet for that part number for a Marcon. I'm going to get rid of the Nichicon. The duality is marked or noted down there. I'll have to add, you know what, edit. There we go. Yeah, these absolutely can't be. It's way too many for all nearly identical physically capacitors. Where'd you find the part number series for the one that you have confirmed? Well, it's the giant filter caps. It's... Where is it at? It's not super easy to see, but it's going to be there. Oh my gosh, it's so shiny. Stupid huge capacitor. How can I light this? There, you can kind of see it on the bottom. CHPWN. So, yeah, let's do this. There we go. So yeah, there you can barely see it. Is there an R? What cap is this? Yeah. So that one I have found a data sheet for, but none. It doesn't make sense for the other ones there to be that many. Like, that's crazy. There should not be that many capacitors in this thing. See, C25. That's a Nichicon, it looks like. So I don't think... That one won't have one, most likely. It'll just say M or S. Oh, it's got H8324, so it's another production code. And it's got M as in 20% tolerance. Yeah, so no. Yeah, it's definitely not like that marking is definitely not on the other caps. I see the screenshot of the datasheet you posted in the Discord. Did you have a link for it? I don't remember what I was searching when I found that. I don't have a link. Can you try reverse image searching it on Google? That might find it. I don't know if it will. Yeah, I'm here's how serious about all this and the finding series and stuff are. I am. I've actually started an eBay search for data sheets for Marcon, Nichicon, United Chemicom, a bunch of different capacitor manufacturers, just in case like some electronics parts repair person retires and then they put all their documentation up on eBay. I want to be the one who gets it so I can scan it. Put it up on archive.org because I really want to track this stuff and figure out what's what so we can start to eliminate some variables. But yeah, that's going to take a while for anything to bear fruit. All right, so I think I can stop on this actually because I don't think I'm going to find anything different than what I found already. It seems like that they can't possibly be date codes. Yeah. Yeah, fast forward for you to have complete Sam's photo fact collection. Yeah. Screenshots from Stack Exchange. Okay. Oh, hello, JJDB. I am doing well, and I hope you are too. I'm gonna take a look at that Stack Exchange thing again here because I don't remember it. That would make sense. Let's see. Some markings. Yeah, that feels like what I may have searched for. Let's see, have you searched through the Byte magazines for Marcon? Well, Byte doesn't really sell parts and stuff. I mean, there are some like Jamicom ads in there actually, or Jamaico, I want to say. I forgot, but I'll just search through there really quick to see. Marcon, I think I did. No, there's nothing in there at all. I don't have the Popular Electronics ones with me right now. That's probably actually part of what motivated me to actually download those. You know what? I can do that from my server. Let me do this. I'm gonna remote into my server because that's where they are right now. Okay. It did find some. Wow, not a lot. Oh, hold on, that's wrong. Okay. Marcon, I'm going to put some spaces in there. That was actually what I last searched for in the Popular Electronics on the server. But that was only to force it to create the index. There are no Marcons anywhere in all of Popular Electronics. Wow. How? Man, that's crazy. Okay. So, that's going to be really hard. I'm going to search Nichicon, because that doesn't make any sense. They found one hit for Nichicon. Interesting. In a 2002 issue, and it's Nichicon Space CE. You know what? I'm going to look at this. So it's oh, I can't because it's I don't have a 2000 issue. No, I definitely don't have that far. Mine ended 1998. Bad OCR in the magazines? It's possible. It's very possible. And they may not even have OCR down on them. I haven't checked them all yet. So yeah, that could be a thing. It's one of the nice things about the exact issues of Byte that I picked. Not only do they have OCR applied, but they manually had chapters applied to every single issue. That's part of why they're so handy. Because then I get to scan through and figure out the sections as well. So, yeah. So, no. Wow, that's weird. Only one Nichicon in all of Popular Electronics. What nerd magazine do I need to get that has, like, capacitors listed out? Probably just old parts catalogs. It's got to be that. Actually, I should have that search term as well. Parts catalogs, not just data sheets, because there might be more parts catalogs on eBay than data sheets. Anyway, back to this. Well, actually, this is done. You know what? I think I'm gonna not save my changes because I don't think these are what they say they are. I'm gonna add an additional. I'm gonna put the other ones in the additional images under a separate gallery that mentions that these markings are too distinct between them. Just save it? Well, so if I don't save it, I guess I don't lose much. All right, I'll save it. Incorrect series markings added. You know what? Let's, I got a better idea. Let's do this. Series. Markings. There we go. Non-series markings added. Boom. Done. It is more useful than CEUS. It's just not, I don't think it has any actual use. But, oh well. Alright, let's, man, you know what? I don't think there's a reason for me to open the 386 power supply. Because that's the next one I was going to do. And the thing is that's Nichicons. I think every single capacitor in there is a Nichicon. Yeah, all of them. Oh, 2 did have series. That might make it worth it. Dang it. Because that one's the biggest pain to get to. That's why I saved it for last. Because I kind of was... I kind of hoping we didn't get to it. But now there's 2 with series. Because with the Nichicons and the other ones, like on this thing, that's a Nichicon. It has nothing on it. There are no series markings. It just says M on one side. And I was thinking the likelihood is that the other ones probably didn't have it, a series marking, but if some do, All right, I'll just shut up. Put this back together, and we'll start on the 386 power supply. Gah! That one's gonna be a lot of work. All right, it's worth it though. I want to be accurate. So if you don't do it, the question will be stuck in your head. You are 100% correct. Absolutely, completely correct. I will go home and I will say, oh, I'm glad to be home early. And then I will look around and start picking caps and say, man, I wish I'd just done it. It's just a whole thing because it's got the plastic sleeve that has to be taken off, or the plastic shell. And then, well, at least I know how to take it apart now. I know I got to kind of brute force it to get the thing. What's the thing? The card edge connector off. I got to pull straight up. That's what the problem was. Well, modern problems require retro solutions. Yeah. Oh man, so many fasteners on this thing. Well, it's taking a while. How's your guys' day going? My day yesterday went kind of poorly in the afternoon because I was getting 3 packages delivered. One of them was delivered and it was the wrong thing. And it was a piece of software I spent $250 on. Not what I bought. Then I ordered a copy of Gran Turismo 7, went to install it, couldn't actually play it because it took so long to download the update from Sony's servers before it would actually start that I actually ended up going to sleep and leaving the game console running overnight, so that sucked. So all my plans for last night were poof, gone. And then usually when I've been stuck without other plans, I've been going to Caps Wiki and been filling stuff in, but I was stuck, which is part of what motivated me to do this stuff today, because after this, I can order things. So, yeah. So, been cleaning the backyard today. When I have to do that, it's both relaxing and frustrating, so I hope it's more relaxing for you. All right. Made chicken bean stew. That's pretty good. I think I've had something like that. That does sound good. That was really confusing at first. I set down the computer, didn't touch anything, and the camera was almost perfectly pointed squarely at something. And I was thinking, what is on the camera? Because it's almost always completely out of focus or something like that. Kind of funny. Still waiting for my Steam Deck email. Ooh, that's exciting. I did pre-order one of those, but I'm Q2, so I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I'm somewhat slightly on the fence, but yeah. Byte 1988 has Marcon in it? How did you find that? Let me try again. Are you searching? So one thing I've been doing is I've been putting white space around it. Byte 1988. You are right. It has Marcon. Marcon Plus. Marcon, comma, a DBMS, additional workstation. That looks like database management system. I don't think those are capacitor related. Page 239. All right, let me look. 88 hertz. Volume 13, issue 10. Page 290. 290. Hyperactivity. Okay, yeah, no. Mark on a DBMS with hypertext like indices. Yeah, no, it's not. Here, I'll just do this. So you can see here, this is it. It's not a capacitor thing. Like, they do have ads, especially in the back here. Like, if I zoom out and I scroll up, usually there's a part supplier ad in the back somewhere. No guarantees, but I feel like there was in a lot of them. JDR micro devices, those are not parts. Capacitors, here we go. So there's no brands listed. It's just values. And I'm guessing that is the pitch in inches. That's hilarious. So, no, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's helpful. And now I'm not sure even if I can find ads in popular electronics that will be that helpful. Yeah. Okay. No, they're just put for the giggles, yeah. Let's see. I have to wait for Q2. Yeah. Although now I have a 512 SD card, 512 gig, and weird chroma keying with the magazine. Oh, yeah, that's set up. So when I do, like if I re-enable that, boom, you can see that the background doesn't go through, but it's set to chroma key on pure black, so the magazine is using pure black for that. That's what's happening. I need to set this to almost black, and then it'll work correctly. So, the Costco's clearing out Nintendo Switch branded SD cards. Okay. Get that keyboard out of here. Start working on pulling this thing apart since it's going to be a pain. Okay. See, I guess I can do that so there's some other view. I feel like this is the best view for this project here. Ooh, that's nice. The bit that I was using for the 5150 power supply works on standard Phillips case screws as well. Yeah, I really wish the Steam Deck had a higher resolution screen than 1280 by 800. I feel like that was a mistake. And now that there's rumors of a Steam Deck 2, I'm really, I'm tempted to not follow through with the order and wait for a potential Steam Deck 2 that has a 1080p screen, because I really feel like that's the minimum acceptable resolution. Anything else is just a waste of time. But they're gonna, it's kind of funny, I'm working on an ancient portable computer. When I say this, they're gonna Osborne themselves with that information. On. Why isn't it? Ah, there we go. It's a good thing this thing's so cool. It is really a huge pain. Does it have compute to drive 1080p smoothly though? It depends on what you're running. If you think that it's only acceptable to say that it runs stuff well because it runs them at a really horrifically low resolution, then, I mean, you're setting one set of requirements. If you could always run stuff in 720p on a 1080p display and get the same performance. If I want to run, say, Doom 2016 at 1080p on it, I guarantee it would run great. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Is I'd much rather be able to run older titles at higher resolutions than be stuck running everything at low resolution. And phone displays very clearly make it possible to get nice high resolution displays that are small. So they have no excuses. It will just use more power. I mean, yes, it would use more power, but I would very happily take that trade. Now I know. Oh, wow. That felt so fancy. Now that I know how to take it off, that was really easy. Man. Anyone else here get Steam controller? Bought it, hardly use it. I've used it I own one. I don't have the USB dongle. That's the thing. I did have the Sony Xperia Play that had the touch joysticks, so I know they suck. So that's a thing. I would happily take the trade-off for more power to drive slightly more pixels. I would very happily take that off. Take that trade. Oh, wait. I remember now. I can switch over to... well, actually, I guess I don't have, like, a really good thing here. See, I couldn't get into Steam controllers. Couldn't get into the touchpads. Yeah, they sucked. Feels weird that a handheld device is now faster than my main desktop. CPU, likely GPU. Yeah, when they sold them all at a discount, I really should have bought a USB adapter because I had the controller then. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm going to swap lenses. And then have this set up so you can see what's going on. Go to that. Oh, man, got to crank that way down. ISO's up, that's why. There we go. Where'd my... Yeah, that. I didn't pay attention. How much RAM does it come with? I kind of assumed it'd be 8 gigs, but you know what? I can see it being 16 now that I think about it. Oh, let's do... Oh, I can't reach that far with one hand. That. So you can actually see me. 16? Okay. That was nice. Of course, for the newer stuff that are running, like I think it runs Horizon Forbidden West or something on it. That's... Yeah. 128 gigs in your NAS. I think I have that in my server, so yeah. That's the way it should be. Although, not sure of how much of it actually uses. Alright, let's take a look here. Well, that one's definitely a Panasonic. C31. What is that? What did I mark that as? Rutro. C31. Boom. Yep, that's a Panasonic. Is this the one that I had it on? Okay, so I screwed it up. Andrew's awesome. You were right. That's Panasonic. Now I've been doing this slightly more. I can definitely tell. That is. Well, okay, let's get this in there so you can see. Yeah, I screwed up. Oh, no, I don't want to have to take it all apart. Redocument it. And camera shuts off. And camera's back. Yeah, right there. Definitely a Panasonic M, not a 20 Series M. How did I mess that up? Did I just see blue and think that it was Nichicon? Man. I'm amused that 36 PSUs a long boy since my Desk Pro 36 machines also have long PSUs. Huh. Heard it runs a new SteamOS based on Arch Linux for some reason. I don't know how true that is. Literally just casual mention I saw on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm pretty sure that it is actually Arch for some reason. I agree. I have no idea why. Why not Debian based or Ubuntu based still? So, I don't know. SU is general purpose. Oh, is that the series? Boom! Oh, that's excellent. I didn't even pay attention. There is a series right there. So, what is the... there's something else here. On the other side of it, let's see if I can rotate this. I think it says 18T repeating. Is that production code? Oh, that's excellent. Thank you. So now I know how to identify that. Well, we're definitely taking a picture here. Let me see. I can get this closer to the camera so I can get a better picture. excellent. What is that? That is C32. I'm going to try and get this up in there. Record that. Oh, that's bright. All right. Well then. SU, that one is SU. Okay, so it's looking like probably all of them that are SU. That one's SU, right? Where's the finger? Oh, where did it go? There it is. Bingo, clearly SU. And right next to the Nichicon name, ooh, that's going to be a good picture for SU series when I document that. CESU, ooh, getting all the things in there. The CE I know is meaningless, but that'll be nice to have that to mention how it's meaningless. Let me think about this. How can I... Is there another one of these I can get a slightly better shot on? So actually, in this case, all the Panasonics are fun. It's the Nichicons are the ones that failed. That's hilarious. Because now that I'm thinking about this, all of these little blue ones are all Nichicon, are all Panasonics, and every single one of them is Series SU that I can see. So I will be marking that. Yeah, every one of them is Series SU. Oh, that's almost a better shot right there. See how well I can get that. Yeah, I completely flubbed this. If you're replacing them, maybe just desolder them for a better picture. I don't want to take them out and then not pay attention to where they go, so I'm just leaving them in there for right now. Maybe I should do it that way, but I really don't want to, because I don't want to have to track where they are and everything. There we go. This is going to be a plenty good picture to document the series. Very good. That'll work. Do I have a little brush? Make it super fancy? I don't think so. All right, that'll be the one that'll go on the series page. Yep. Maybe I'll make that a little brighter. What's a histogram say? That looks good. See, I understand your side, but for me it's perfectly acceptable. 1200 by 800 because I think higher resolutions are sometimes overrated on the 7-inch screen for 1080p. It's too much. I will 100% disagree with you. 100%. I've been playing games in 4K on my laptop, and that is blowing my mind and how awesome it is. I went for the new laptop I bought was 4K, so I could actually edit my videos on it and see everything. But also getting to play games in that resolution has completely changed my mind. Anti-aliasing does not need to exist at 4K. There is zero reason for it. It's like looking at a vector image. It's so crisp. It's insane. Yeah, it's weird. But that is... I prefer having that. Now, it's a DPI game. when you're looking at that kind of a thing. So the DPI. Oh, you know what? I bet I already have this. I think I have this data sheet already linked on the Caps Wiki. Let's see. Let me bring that up. Where is it? Panasonic. Yeah, I think it's exactly it. 1993. Yeah. So page 16. Is that real page or digital page? Maybe this will help with identifying mark-on ones. Ooh, hello. That's the same link. Hold on. Why can't I copy that? Copy. Paste. There we go. Okay, so these are the parts ordering codes. So that's what those are. I don't think that'll be on anything. Does this say how to identify SMD marking codes? Because I will really like that. I will try and document that. So this would be a snap-in. I don't know if it'll have this on there. But yeah, I'll take a look at that. See, I recently bought a 4K 6.5-inch phone. I thought it would be a stupid gimmick, but it's amazingly crisp. Yes. Yeah, it's a big difference. Seems that SteamOS used to be Debian. It did used to be. They switched to Arch to make use of the rolling updates. I mean, you can do that on Debian. If they're going to go so crazy bleeding edge, they could do some custom stuff. I plan on grabbing packages from the official Arch repos, test them themselves, push out SteamOS repos. I really could probably do this with any distro me thinks. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, well. You know what? I need to get rid of that. But all right. Well, that's good. I'm going to keep poking around here for a moment, see if I can find any capacitors that are not SU series, because if I can't, then I'm just going to blanket all of them as SU, because I'm pretty sure they are. So let's do that. I think everyone that I did not previously mark is Panasonic and SU series. So this was extremely beneficial, actually. Ooh, that's kind of a nice shot there. I like that. It's kind of funny. I had a pretty good understanding of capacitor series and things like that before starting Caps Wiki, but now that I've been filling in so many pages, it has just been a game changer for how much I know and have been trying to research. See, I have a 4K monitor. I know what you're mentioning. Some games are incredible and crisp. Yeah, especially older games. Seriously, higher resolution older games are mind-blowing. Like, you play Turok, the Night Dive Studio remake. Whoa, it's crazy. So, actually, yeah, that I played on the 27-inch monitor that I have here that I need to fix. Let's see. You know what? Cookie jar, that is slightly bad timing. Let me just really quick check to make sure there's nothing in here that isn't SU, and then we'll do that, okay? I'm going to run the search right now. I'll run... I like that. That's totally fine, the way you did that with the two options. So I'll do the high precision one first, and then the low precision one second. I found a high precision match. All right, so... Alrighty. We've got 3 matches. Okay, got 2 matches. Alright. I'm going to double check the one here. 5 to... Make sure it's actually good. That's page 107. Yep, okay, you'll like that. Alright. Alright, and then, well, what is the other one? The other one is 82, 706. Page 82 as well. Oh, man, the cover on that one is... Oh, man, I love that one. 82. correct? Page 82. Yeah, we're gonna definitely go with the other one. All right. Let's see, not so heavily well versed in the intricacies of distro differences, so my assumption would be completely wrong. Okay. I know I would. Let's see. The one reason I can think of the benefits would be basing CMOS 3.0 Arch is possibly faster kernel updates, drivers. Well, the Ubuntu stuff is pretty far behind, kind of intentionally, so that's true. But yeah. Let's see. Never mind, Nichicon made the brown caps. Yeah, these brown ones are definitely Nichicon. Yeah. Now that everyone has Steam Deck, we can go use Arch, by the way. Yeah. Okay, let me poke around here really quick. I'm just going to kind of go left to right. See these. Okay. SU, 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 SU. Can't see that one. SU, SU, SU. Okay, they are all SU, every single one of them. So I'm not. I'm willing to just mark them all as Panasonic SU on the page. Let's do that, and I will take the bite break. And then actually, I think we're done. Because I will have done all three. This one was much more beneficial than the other ones. Yeah, I was realizing the SU sounds like FU. Yeah, for sure. Panasonic SU. Ooh, hold on. Where's that one? Nichicon CE. It's definitely not CE. 3536. Is it the big ones over here? WV. I think these are Nichicon. No, that's not. They're LK. LK series. That's what those are. Let me photograph that. How did I mess this all up? Man, were these like the first couple of things that I did? That's got to be why. Right here, you can. Well, if I can get it to focus. Oh, you know what? Help? Put on the macro lens. Think faster kernel updates are going to hurt more than help? I don't necessarily agree with that. Linux very, very rarely pushes out unstable kernels. And they can have very, very nice features like modern NTFS support in the kernel. It's really nice. I don't think I have that yet on any of my Ubuntu distros. Yeah, very obviously LK series. I suck at this, man. All right. Boom. Okay, so those are LK. I can document that now. I'm going to switch to the top cam just because, whoops, that's not it. Just because I'm finishing this up, so that was LK. And then I will just grab the cells and boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to get rid of the M on there because that's not necessary. And I've already found those. Wherever it is. Here. PL, Nichicons, just scroll all the way back up. Nichicon, PL. So I already have these documented. I already know what I will replace them with. So that's good. So I will have to find the Panasonic SU datasheet, which now that I think about it, I think you guys said it's just in this. So I will document what page that's on. Let's see. 26th week of 91. Was there a date code on there? Not that I can see. I don't know. See, I made the mistake of DDing a full image of 1 terabyte drive. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That kind of thing is definitely where you're going to get better stuff with the newer NTFS thing. All right, let me get the Byte magazine. We'll take that Byte break, and then we'll put this together, and then we're going to call it for the stream on a kind of early end stream for once, which is nice. I feel a lot accomplished. So let me go get that issue of Byte. That is 5-2, Volume 5, Issue 2. Has it been an hour since the last one of these we did? Did that actually work? Okay, now it's going to be slightly difficult because I'm going to have to use the Nikon here to shoot this since the other camera is still... Oh, that's wrong. Still seized. Yep. Man, the arm looks dead. That's gross. Let me just do that while I set up the camera. Yeah, it's been about an hour. Okay, since the last one. All right, just making sure. Can confirm single use for StreamWorks. Okay, that's handy. That's good. It's mostly just so I can give other people a chance to do it. Do I have two of these that are bad? The legs on this tripod aren't working so great. It's such a nice little tripod, though. Isn't this cute and perfect for this? I really like it. Also, it's a Velbon, and it's the miniature version of exactly the same tripod I use to film my videos. I think it is like a store demo tripod that wasn't actually meant to be sold, because it doesn't make any sense. Why would this short little tiny tripod exist other than as a demo? Because, I mean, I guess table tripod, but I don't know. That's just what I use it for. Anyway, let's get this going. That's the wrong lens. Here's the right one. Man, I actually turned off the camera. Don't need to do that. Man, that's way overexposed. Okay. Boom. Get rid of that. All right. Hey Google, 5-minute timer. I really like older Velbon tripods a lot.
5 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, so we're going to be going for page... What's the actual page here? Actual page 105. All right. The Tarak monitor ad. I thought it was going to be color, but oh well. It's not. So let's see. What is this? So invest in a Tarak 8510 desk space top. I thought that was an OCR error when I looked at that before. No. Desk space top. Graphics computer. Oh, that's hilarious. And you'll get the performance of systems costing thousands of dollars more. Oh my gosh, thousands of dollars more is already $8,000. Good grief. Tarak is based on powerful DEC LSI 11 microcomputer asterisk. What's the asterisk? Trademark of DEC Computer Equipment Corp. or Digital Computer Equipment Corp. Microcomputer provides provides medium resolution animation capability. Ooh. It can be achieved through larger, more expensive systems. That's what it's showing here. It's not just like a bunch of monitors stacked on top of each other like you're some hacker. It's actually different frames of an animation. Oh. And then that's the whole computer. Okay. Interesting. Dude, this thing's super cool. What year is this? 79 for the ad copy. but February 80 for the issue. Huh. Let's see. Independently controlled. Ooh, it's got 4K memory. Okay. Allows creation of unlimited character sets. That's a limit. 4K. Right there. Limit. But unlimited. Okay. Permits display of virtually any language or symbol set that may be required. Well, I mean, yeah, is it going to like handle all the weird language stuff? I mean, you can't just like remap English into other languages very easily. See, there's more. A 2-port memory structure means you can display text and animated graphics simultaneously. Oh, that's interesting. So is it like the HP Series 80 stuff where there is a character buffer and a graphics buffer, but can it just overlay them? Because the HP can't. That would be like the next step in that kind of thing. That would be really cool. Let's see. Best part is the software. Really, the best part's the software. It's already pretty jamming system. Terrac provides comprehensive, easy-to-use operating systems using UCSD Pascal, and then copyright by University of California. And then RT Deck Basic, APL, and Fortran 4. If you have a limit on your budget, but not your ideas, I mean, again, it's $8,000. It's not exactly cheap, even then. Man. Oh. Right to Terrac in North Scottsdale Road, Arizona. They're very close. That's interesting. Man, that thing is sweet, though. These are actual untouched photos. Whoa. This is really a cool system, though. Animated graphics, 1980. Well, I mean, like, okay, let's be real here. The PC was out. You could do CGA. It looks higher resolution than CGA. It's not necessarily color. It doesn't mention color anywhere in all of what it said. So I don't know if it can do color. Yeah. Machine originally came out in 76. Whoa. Are they still charging that much for it? The ad, the copyright date on the ad is 79. But yeah. Huh. That is cool. Circle 64 on inquiry card. And I think that's in the back somewhere, like this. Is that what it is? Oh, good grief. Reader service. Yeah, so that. Huh. Well, we got 16 seconds on the timer. I'm going to end that since I don't have to do it with voice then. Yeah, that was a really cool one. Let me catch up on chat here. Let's see. Table tripods are quite common. I have one from Newer. Ooh, okay. Too useful. Probably too small for a full DSLR. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. There's like the DSLR sized ones are a little uncommon. This one's pushing it. I really would like to get something like this thing that can fit a DSLR. Or my Blackmagic, which is like a big, heavy, fat DSLR. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I have one. The one I have was used to teach CAD in college. That would make a lot of sense, CAD. Especially if it's high resolution. Although I think it said medium resolution, but even then, that's probably pretty good. Sounds like the text engine graphics engine can output to the frame buffers separately. That's what I'm wondering, is if it's like the Series 80. Because the Series 80, you have the character programming interface, which is actually kind of like the Commodore. It can wrap around. It's like a drum almost. But then there is the graphics display, which you can actually define the resolution of the graphics display in the Series 80 so that you can use more or less memory for it. So it's kind of interesting. I didn't pay attention too much to the display or the cover. That's a weird one. We got chips, like a drawing of a chip to an actual chip, and then like evolving into some critter here. That's a thing. Okay. Oh, also, copyright Robert Tinney 79. Well, not necessarily copyright, but drawn in 79. So that's an example of how they were the time difference between the issues creation and publication. Interesting. Again, I bet that is for them to get time to get advertisements. So, see, better than most NFTs, yeah. Let's see, I'm not entirely sure how this machine handles it, but apparently one of the floppies I have is a tech demo. Intriguing. Yeah, definitely get them all backed up. That looked like it was an 8-inch drive. That's not going to be the easiest thing to do, but it can be done. Let's see, what is this? Here. I have a couple of 8-inch discs that I need to back up from the Data General stuff. Most of these, I'm pretty sure, are like customer billing information. So there's nothing that's like too significant on these. They're all just labeled with like 2-letter codes, but still I need to figure out how I'm going to back these up at some point. There's 140 of them in here, if I remember correctly. So that's a thing. Let's see, this is HP 5. It's HP 2, 3. So let's go here. Yeah, a couple. It's 140 of them. Yeah. This is a 100-disc case that's been overstuffed. Ugh, no software. I've already looked through every single label in here. Just no software. I do have one floppy disk labeled boot, though. That's kept in a manual, a binder, separately. Yeah. Can't wait for Data General stuff. Me either. It's still going to be a long time. The video I'm going to work on is going to be about how it's all physically assembled at the modular level, the individual components. So it won't be like, I'm not going to be powering it on anytime soon. Just setting the expectations there. But yeah. Still, though, I can't wait to get to that. So, all right, let me get this reassembled here. Might as well use this camera again. Boop. That's the wrong one. There we go. Powered on, get complaints from the neighbors, and the lights start flickering. That's the other thing. The chassis are 240 volt, so I'm going to have to like rewire it to 120. Internally, each component is only 120, but I haven't totaled up the power draw for each one yet. I should probably do that as like part of the next video, because it's going to be a lot. I'm thinking I might have to do something like power on the computer and one hard drive, never a computer and both hard drives and floppy drives or something like that. So we'll see. Is it single phase? I am not 100% sure. There's diagrams on the back of the panels that document it. But again, it's the chassis have 240 inputs. They have 240 outlets on the back that you plug a cable into. But then internally, they have 120 volt outlets that you plug each individual device into. So that it's not, the components themselves inside are 120, not 240. So whatever that ends up working out to in magic AC voltage land is what it is. I'm not super well versed in AC voltage, so I don't know offhand. This goes under the power supply. I'm just going to put it on top for right now, because I still haven't got to that. Well, I'm really glad I decided to do this today, because this was extremely beneficial to get this documented correctly. I mean, again, I'm probably the only person on the planet who has one of these. Although I have actually linked someone to the Tiny Pentium computer's power supply that I did, because they apparently had one that had a bad power supply. So I may not be the only one, because I thought I would be the only one with one of those that would care about it. So who knows? But that's the goal of Capsule Wiki, is just document stuff and throw it out there just in case. So. Don't you love it when screws just really badly want a cross thread? Oh, cool. I get to fan someone. Oh, whoa. Two of them. Report. Spam. Bot account. There you go. Selling follows. Go ahead and copy that for the second one. Block. Boom. Okay. Bingo. Report. Spam. Bot. Bingo. Submit. Block. Boom. There we go. See, I wonder how it'd be, if it'd be possible to get the data generals online somehow. They have serial cards. They have async cards that are just RS-232. So, yes, they could be plugged into a modem. The real secret of those data generals, and I've said this, but the real thing you have to realize about those is that they're from 1982. So, as giant and stupid as they are, they're actually pretty modern. It's really weird. They look way older than they are. Those are really new. Because they seem like they should be from the early 70s, but they're not. I would have to get like a Nova 1200 or something to get something from the 70s, actually. So theoretically, someday, if I get them working and they work reliably and I can like write software or something for them, which I will absolutely write a copy of. Moo is the executable name. Cows and Bulls. 100% going to write a copy of Cows and Bulls for it. But I could see me doing a stream where I put it online somehow through Serial and like a Raspberry Pi or something and have stream viewers be able to interact with it somehow. That will happen if I can get it working. So no guarantees on when, no guarantees on how well, just saying if I can I will, because it sounds awesome. Alright, let's see, boop, no, there we go. See, your dad general's not the only one that looks much older than this guy. Got a Centurion that is a mix of blue and wood grain. Intriguing. Have you seen the Magic homebrew computer that ran a web server? I am not familiar with that. I've seen more recently it's been popular for people to having Mac Pluses, I think, running web servers right now and connecting over the internet. I haven't personally been bitten by a particular affiliation with Mac, so I haven't checked on that yet myself, but still cool. See, Magic 1 is still up. You can telnet into it. Well, especially if it's homebrew. I mean, if I were going to do something like that and make a computer and then put it online, I would probably try and make two of them, assuming you did it with like a actual board production rather than hand wiring something. Like, I don't think it would be reasonable to get Commodore Z's Cactus computer online. with a server version for long. But yeah. Okay, that is all put back together. It's really disappointing to go from having this thing working and feeling like I can use it to like opening it up and knowing that if I kept using it, it would likely catch on fire. Because it feels like, oh, I ruined it. I was using it, it was great, but now I can't. But the reality is I shouldn't have been using it before. I just didn't know until I opened it up. But still, it's disappointing. Being your own responsible person sucks. And I didn't get fully aligned, but whatever, it's close enough. Okay, let's do this. Boom. Boom. You know, I'm gonna go with not that one. That one. Oh, alright. This can be hold down because it's done. Shut off, and I'm going to put the SD card on my laptop, or in my laptop, to remember to take the files off. Let's see. Oh, check out that YouTube link real quick here. Let's see. What do we got? I got an ad for a lighter. Oh, no, it's some meeting application thing. Oh, my gosh, that is dedication. Whoa. Yeah, okay, so that's all. That is hand wrapped. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. That is cool. Huh. Alright. Well, yeah, I can definitely understand that. Okay. Well, I think that is it for now. And, well, I do have more things to document. Like, I've got a Game Gear sitting right here that does not work. I'm going to draw a line in the sand, and I will be ordering capacitors as soon as I can for everything that I've taken a look at so far. And then we can actually start some repair processes on these because, well, that's the next stage after I get parts. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then after we go through those things, which ones work, which ones don't, we'll start the second round, I think. Because that's really what I want to do, is I want to do this kind of in rounds of like cataloging and then repairs, and maybe eventually I'll start interleaving them. We'll see, but for now it's going to be like a round 1, round 2 thing. Yeah, Game Gear caps are decently well documented already, but would still be very interested. Yeah, because one of the things is that I want to be able to put up pictures and stuff, and I have to know I'm in the clear rights wise to be able to use the picture. So basically I have to open it up and document it myself for that. So but yeah, plus I want to know which ones are bad, and a lot of places don't document that all super well. Let's see. I'll be on the lookout for you swearing on Twitter that the parts you select are not out of stock with the shortages. You know, I have actually come across some parts that I wish I could have ordered that were out of stock already. Because, yeah, that is a thing for sure. So, very annoying. But I think that's it. So, let's go ahead. I'd second a Game Gear stream, definitely interested. All right, let's go ahead and, maybe when you tackle the Game Gear, I'll have a look at the 2 dead ones I have. Yeah. Capture cheaper in bulk, so document them all and buy in thousands. Well, the thing is since I'm buying exact replacement parts where possible, I'm probably not going to end up getting a lot of big orders of capacitors. So, because I'm not really getting like the same things in multiple things. Like I think the only other thing that will have relevant capacitors to the Game Gears is Super Nintendo. So unless those happen to share caps, I don't see a reason to try and match them. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's let's go ahead and run the outro, which is only about 3 minutes, and I got about I got to work. I haven't like done this yet in its time, kind of. So we'll see how this goes. All right. Okay, that is it for the stream. So I'm really thankful that y'all hung out with me. You can see what all happened over there on the right now with the activity stuff, but that is it for the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I definitely did. It was really nice to go through and correct the mistakes I made. But yeah, that is it for the moment. If you want to support the channel, you can get a t-shirt like this one, or I don't know, sub on Twitch. There we go. But that is it for now, and I'll see you next time. And now we get to watch the printout.